During their first 5 years of life, children throughout the world have the same growth potential. The children of Honduras do not have to be an exception. This is the story of two rural communities in Honduras. Both are located in La Paz department. The people live from their work in the fields and they have the same customs and needs. Like many rural communities, they also share a long history of poverty. However, there is an important difference between the two communities. This difference is their children and how they are growing. When boys and girls do not grow during the first years of life, this means that they are not developing well. They are not healthy. This condition is known as chronic malnutrition. And what we should all be aware of is that this condition can be prevented, no matter where one lives, in the city or the countryside, or one's particular social and economic situation. As we will see, there are rural communities in Honduras that are succeeding. They are overcoming chronic child malnutrition.
I take good care of her so she can have a better future.
And how is she doing?
Excellent.
10 years ago, the situation in the town of El Astillero was the same as in the rest of Honduras. Almost 40% of all the children under the age of 5 were chronically undernourished. This has changed. Today, in El Astillero, of every 10 children, only 2 are undernourished. The great majority are growing normally and are healthy children. What is your name?
I see that my daughter is growing well and healthy and is developing. I see my daughter is going to be someone later in life. Because the child that is smart now will be also smart in the future.
The difference between the children who are developing well, like those from El Astillero, and those that are not, becomes evident when one compares size with boys and girls from the neighbouring village. Their growth has been stunted. There, the percentage of malnutrition is greater. The challenge to defeat malnutrition there is huge.
Her growth is not normal. I think she's not healthy.
Her brothers and sisters are healthy? Have they grown normally?
No.
It is important to understand that this is not only a problem of size, but also what this is telling us about the health of their children. Malnutrition does not only affect the weight and height of children. The most dangerous aspect is that it affects the development of the brain and reduces intelligence, weakens their health, and limits them physically.
¿Qué color? ¿Qué color?
As parents, you only have the first 2 years of your children's lives to prevent it. After the first 2 years, the consequences and damage are there for the rest of their lives. When the child grows with chronic malnutrition, the risk of suffering from diabetes, high blood pressure and heart disease will be greater. He or she will be less productive, will have a lower income, and the probability of being a poor adult will be greater. This is why, to reduce poverty in Honduras, it is essential to reduce chronic malnutrition. On the other hand, a well-nourished boy or girl grows well. The body and the brain develop correctly. They are healthy and strong children. They get sick less often, have more ability, learn quicker, and are more sociable. And this is what is happening in El Astillero.
Even the doctors admire him because he's so young and very smart. Learning is greater due to the improved nutrition of the children. There is a difference now. Before, they didn't understand what we taught them. They didn't play, jump, or were active, but now they respond. Everything we teach them or tell them to do is understood and done by them.
Me anima, la mona, lame mi mano. Mi mamá mima a su nene. Mi papá no se apena.
A ver, ¿quién lame mi mano?
Mi mono.
Eso!
In El Astillero, they are overcoming infant malnutrition thanks to information from the health services and community monitors. Today, the parents know that chronic malnutrition is a very dangerous condition and that it can be prevented by changing certain habits and customs.
He is growing very well.
How do you know?
The monitors have told me.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me happy. I am his mother, and to know that he is growing healthy makes me very happy. He is growing very well and is ahead for his age. He rarely gets sick.
The mothers have understood that it is fundamental to attend their prenatal sessions, as well as vaccinating their children and taking them from the day they are born to the Centro de Atención Integral to check their weight and height. The future of their children depends on this.
10 years ago, things were not the same. The children today are better. Even the parents have changed. Today, they come to all the checkups. And if the mother can't make it, well, then the father brings the child.
Thanks to the information they receive, these mothers have learnt what is fundamental: to feed their baby only with mother's milk from birth to 6 months of age. And then from the 6th month, they can start to eat mashed or minced food recommended by the health personnel or the monitor, and continue with mother's milk. Good hygiene habits are also fundamental.
Las comidas ralas no le nutren al niño.
When he was 6 months old, I started to feed him with cooked vegetables, potatoes, chicken. Everything they taught me at the health center, I did.
And was it useful?
Yes. I'm very happy that mothers tell me, look, you help me with this advice. I'm also happy because this way the community is changing. There are no longer malnourished children, nor underweight children.
A way of knowing if your children are developing and growing well is this. The medical authorities have established that the minimum expected heights at the age of 2 are 80 centimeters for the girls and 82 centimeters for the boys. If the children are under these heights at the age of 2, it is quite probable that they are chronically malnourished. Neither race nor the region where they are born has anything to do with the size of boys and girls during their first years of life. As you can see, the boys and girls of El Astillero are growing well. Rodul, at the age of 2, already had a height of 84 centimeters. Amy Janet had reached the height of 85 centimeters when she had her second birthday. Jorge Luis measured 84 centimeters at the age of 2. And Kelin had already grown to more than 83 centimeters when she was 21 months old. These children are growing very well. They are healthy, they are happy, active and intelligent. On the other hand, the growth of the boys and girls in the neighbouring village has stopped. Genesis, at 2, is only 78 centimeters tall. Raylan is 2.5 years old and only just measures 82 centimeters. Josue, at the age of 2, is only 78 centimeters tall. They are well below the minimum expected heights of 80 and 82 centimeters at the age of 2. They are chronically malnourished. This means that they will have learning and health problems for the rest of their lives. This is a reality for thousands of children throughout Honduras, where 1 in every 3 children is chronically malnourished. How is he growing?
Good.
Have they ever told you that he is not growing normally or that he is stunted?
No. In 15 months, this child has not grown. He almost did not gain any weight.
How much did he gain in total?
1 kilogram.
What does that mean?
He is malnourished.
A large part of the problem is that the parents of the children who are not growing do not realize this. If the parents are unaware of the problem, it will be impossible for them to correct it.
The child has neither dropped or gained weight.
Doesn't he look small to you?
Yes, but I believe he is small because of his father, who is short.
Do you know what malnourishment is?
No, not really.
Do you know what happens to a malnourished child?
No, I don't.
And this has to do with the information they receive in the health centre and the community. In this town, it is obvious that the mothers are not receiving the quantity or quality of information that they should.
Now he doesn't suffer from diarrhea, but he did suffer from diarrhea a lot when he was 4 months old.
And at what age did you start giving him food?
When he was 4 months old.
This also impedes the establishment of a bond of confidence with the centre, and that is why they have not managed to get the mothers to take their boys and girls for attention as frequently as one would expect. On the other hand, in El Astillero, more than 90% of children under the age of 2 are taken punctually to the Centro de Atención Integral each month.
I know that tomorrow, after doing my daily duties in the morning, I have to take my baby to her monthly appointment. There, they will tell me if she grew, if she gained weight or didn't, and how much. And it makes me happy when they tell me that my child is growing. I go every single month. I never miss an appointment.
The mothers are well informed and know how their children are growing. This has made the difference.
From the first day of school, the children come with interest. They say, I'm going to school and then to college. I want to be this or that, a doctor, or something else when I'm big. The future looks brighter for them.
What do you want to be when you're older?
A doctor.
Parents, if your child is not growing well, you have every right to demand the support and information of the personnel of the health centre and the community monitors.
Before they used to say that only rich children could get on in life, and that is not true. Today, they can all get on in life.
Remember, during their first years, children throughout the world have the same growth potential. The children from Honduras are no exception because chronic malnutrition can be prevented. And, as you can see, in the township of El Astillero, they are achieving it. They are breaking the circle that condemned the children of poor families and peasants to suffer from chronic malnutrition.
I want to see him healthy and doing well. A child that is wide awake and who tells me, look, grandmother, I am doing very well with my studies. I have faith that he's going to make it. I may not know how to read, but I want my children to do well, to be someone important. I know they can make it. As long as I am here, my children will have all my support.
Every centimetre is important in the first 2 years of your child's life. That is why knowing the value of growing well and knowing what to do to achieve it has made it possible for these children to develop their capabilities to optimum levels, preparing the way for them to become productive adults with better opportunities in life. And you? Do you know how your children are growing?